2022 interior design trends are here, and I can't wait to share what's hot in all things home decor right now. Andi here. I'm a vintage reseller and home decor enthusiast. Now, most of you know me for my vintage home decor hauls. I'm always out thrifting, but you may be interested to learn that actually thrifting is not my job at all. It's my side hustle. My main job is marketing strategy. So usually at the beginning of every year, I'm asked by some clients to put together trend reports. That could be social media trends or interior design trends. So yes, every year I'm putting together an interior design trend report, so I can't wait to share with you guys what's hot this year. Now, before we get started, I have a few disclaimers. Okay, first off, just because I'm saying something is trending doesn't mean you need to burn all your belongings and buy new stuff. So trends are meant to kind of re-energize you, give you permission to try something new, or have you look at something in your home in a totally new way. You may think, oh my gosh, I have that in my attic. You know what? I'm gonna incorporate that back into my home. That's what trends are for. It's supposed to be exciting. It's supposed to infuse newness in a space, not make us feel bad about our existing homes. So I can't wait to share this information with you guys. There's so many fun things to decorate with this year, so let's jump right into it. So the first trend we're gonna talk about is secondhand. Now I know you're probably thinking, Andi, are you just making this up? Are you just plugging your vintage Etsy shop? Because is secondhand really a trend? And the answer is yes, it is. All the reports that I read, all the research that I did pointed to secondhand and vintage being one of the biggest trends for 2022. So the reason for this, there's actually 3 reasons why this trend is so popular. One of them is the environmental benefits. Obviously, when you're buying something that is secondhand, you're buying something that is old and has a life before, you're saving that piece from the landfill and you're not adding to all the consumer waste that we have in this world. So it's definitely an environmental service to buy secondhand. The second thing is supply chain wait times. Yes, we're talking about the supply chain in interior design trends video. And that's because I'm sure all of us are experiencing it. The things you want are taking a lot longer to get. And so where before it would, you'd be like, oh, I don't want to have to thrift a sofa because it could take me months of looking on Facebook Marketplace. Well, that month is probably faster than the 12 weeks to a year it may take to get a new sofa. So people are definitely going to Facebook Marketplace, Goodwill, they're buy nothing groups, and are sourcing things that they can get faster and of course more environmentally conscious. And the final reason why secondhand is so popular this year, it's because of the uniqueness of the items that you can pick up. So when you bring something secondhand into your home, when you're out thrifting, it's almost like a treasure hunt. At least it is for me. I can't believe all the things that I go out and find that are totally unique and I have never seen before. So why not choose items that have a lot of visual interest, that are unique, that have history? All of that adds up to a really beautiful decorated home. So that's why secondhand has become so popular. So next up, I want to talk about interior design styles. So first off, what is here to stay? Obviously, mid-century, minimalism, maximalism definitely are styles that are going to continue on. It's something that the interior design community is very invested in, so you'll definitely see home decor that aligns with those styles continually. So now I want to talk about the styles that are kind of new, the things that we're seeing in 2022 that are actually coming out of TikTok. So they're called core aesthetics. So think cottagecore, witchcore, royalcore. There's actually hundreds of cores. Usually they start out as fashion trends, and because fashion influences decor, we're now seeing home decor trends. So a lot of retailers are actually scrambling to manufacture items that fit the aesthetic of these micro trends that Gen Z is creating, and I'm so excited about it because we're seeing things evolve so quickly and it's very, very exciting. So the main one I want to talk about of the cores, like I said, there's hundreds of cores, is cottagecore. And the reason being is cottagecore is definitely considered the reboot of country. And I'm not talking about Americana country. I'm talking about English, French countryside country. So it's really everything is well worn. The tones are very natural, think browns and greens, deep blues, sunny yellows. Really think of like very natural earth tones. Those are coming into the home. So really it's just about well-worn, well-loved pieces. So that whole secondhand trend that I was talking about earlier, that definitely fits really well in at home with this cottagecore trend, because the stuff that people are decorating with in cottagecore are usually secondhand pieces, although retailers are definitely scrambling to recreate these like rustic pieces so they can get in on the action. So the next thing I want to talk about are colors. So color trends. So minimalism, which is like basically neutral colors. It's like the saturation dial has been dialed all the way down to almost no color. That's going to continue on. On the other side of the spectrum, like color explosion, especially experimentation of color, is going to be another thing that's going to be very popular. It's probably because we've all been staring at the same 4 walls for 2 years, and we're kind of looking around our house and we're like, you know, I think I need to change stuff up. I think I need to infuse some color into the space. So you're gonna see a lot of people that used to be neutral start to incorporate pops of color into their home, or you may see them like lose their mind and just do something completely different and colorful. So 2 ends of the spectrum in terms of color trends: totally neutral or totally oversaturated. But in terms of specific colors that are very popular right now, brown and green. So pretty well all shades of green and all shades of brown are very, very on trend. It's because, like I said, cottagecore, definitely greens and browns are very at home with that. But also green in general, we've had this like major like love affair with greenery lately. And that is in the way of plants. Like we've been obsessed with plants. Everyone is a plant mama or daddy out there. Like people are loving plants. And I think that all that green like energy coming from the plants has made us really excited about bringing the color green into our home. So most popular being like a deep emerald green. And actually Etsy had like this emerald Kelly green as their color of the year. So, and actually all the other paint companies chose like shades of green or like kind of beigey greens as their color. So yeah, green is by far the color of the year for 2022, but brown, definitely bringing in brown, whether it's leather, flooring, trim, wicker, cane, you know, you name it, bringing in brown pieces is a great way to kind of ground the space too. So that's definitely going to be a big color trend for 2022. So the next trend is sculptural, or really sculptural anything. So what I mean by that is, first and foremost, sculptures. Like the actual like figure form sculptures are very interesting in, and really any sort of like shape that has a very interesting free flowing form. So these look amazing styled on a shelf or styled in your bookcases, because they're kind of standalone wow pieces that don't need a lot of styling. And so that's kind of why they're like a hero item in your home decor. So sculptures are something that are very big, especially like figure forms. Those are so popular right now. So another way sculpture, this trend, is manifesting in home decor is through lighting. So sculptural lighting is definitely a thing right now. I am so excited about it because I feel like for a while there, it was boob lights and those like standing lamps. They had the black base and like the white tulip like type of top. Like that's what everyone had. They were so boring. So I'm very excited to see that people are bringing in very, very unique light fixtures. It's a way to add like wow factor and like big punch to your home. It's not bringing in another piece of like big bulky furniture. So I'm totally into it and I'm so excited about this trend. So 2 lighting trends within the lighting trend are pleated lampshades. They kind of started to percolate last year, and now they seem to be everywhere. And I think the reason is because they're just so sculptural and interesting, and they have those like distinct hard lines, which I'm really, really into. So yeah, I am like really digging the pleated lampshade. And the other thing that I'm really excited about are wall sconces. It's just something that we haven't done as much in the past. I mean, it used to be a thing, I want to say like when traditional decor was really, really in, you used to see a lot of wall sconces. I know like my grandma had them in her very traditional living room. They kind of just like went away, but now they're back because they're just so interesting and sculptural. It's a way to bring in lighting without having to take up floor space or ceiling space. You can add it to your wall decor. So yeah, so very, very excited for pleated lampshades and very interesting sculptural wall sconces. So the next trend I want to talk about are curves. And curves kind of fit really nicely with the sculptural trend that we were just discussing, primarily in the furniture front. So curved furniture is definitely inherently very sculptural and very interesting. And so that's kind of one of the ways that like sculptural trend is manifesting is in curved furniture. So they are like curved statement pieces. This is also kind of a nod to postmodern, like postmodern aesthetic, which I think was like popular in what, the 80s, 90s, definitely had a lot of like crazy sculptural statement pieces, and many of those were actually like featuring very curved, interesting lines. And the reason being is because before that, everything was so hard edged, because mid-century furniture, which has been popular now and was popular way back when, you know, it's just all hard edge, it's all straight lines. I love that style, but after a while, you realize it's not as comfortable and inviting to sit in as something that has round edges. So yeah, curved furniture is definitely like a thing right now. I'm very excited about it because, like I said, it's very sculptural, so it's definitely hits that trend. So the other way that curves are kind of manifesting in the home are through archways. I don't know about you, but I have seen so many amazing before and afters where people are actually taking their squared off door frames and turning them into this beautiful sculptural art. So that is very exciting. I'm very into seeing that kind of transformation. It's just a nice, fun moment in the home that kind of breaks up all the hard edges. So yeah, it's all about breaking up all of these hard edges. And the other and kind of final way that people have been bringing curvature into the home is, you've probably seen this. I frankly think this is a little bit overdone, and probably one of the first like introductions to like curvature as a trend was those curved arch painted accent things on the wall. So that's another thing that people are still doing. I'm kind of getting a little tired of it. I'm more excited about the curved archways and the curved furniture, but that is another way that people are definitely embracing this trend. So this wouldn't be a trend report without talking about cane, rattan, and wicker. So these items are definitely here to stay. Now cane, you know, has been around for a while, and rattan has been around for a while. Cane because of like the California cool minimalism style. Those types of cane chairs have been really, really popular. And then on the boho front, rattan has been like the hero piece. People have been going crazy for rattan. Wicker is kind of the new kid on the block. Now I know you're thinking, Andi, wicker has been around forever. And I know, yes, it has been around forever. It's just that like cane and rattan have been kind of like the big like woven moments that people have been putting in their home. And wicker was not something that people were decorating with that often in comparison to the other two types of textures. So wicker has seen a resurgence because of cottagecore or country decor. Think like woven baskets, woven lampshades, wicker furniture, like classic wicker furniture. You know, wicker in general looks like you took twigs from your garden and like wove them together, because essentially that's what you do with wicker when you're weaving something into a basket. So I think because that type of like activity is very much like at home in country cottagecore decor, you know, someone who lives in like the countryside will be, you know, weaving and, you know, their own baskets. And so I think that's why wicker has seen such a resurgence. So yeah, cane and rattan are here to stay, and then wicker is kind of the new item that you're going to see this year. So the last trend I want to talk about is marble. And I don't mean that white gray tone marble that's a classic that everybody knows about, or the quartz that has been made to look like marble. I'm talking about colored marble. So think like dark green marble, red, pinky tone marble, really any type of marble looking stone that has very deep veining, a very rich color story. That is what you're gonna see in 2022 a lot. So there's a lot of ways that people are incorporating this trend into their homes. First and foremost, of course, countertops and backsplashes. So the other way that people are incorporating marble into their home is through coffee tables. I've seen a lot of very eye-catching, extremely heavy coffee tables that are beautiful, and they kind of help break up all the textiles, the leather, the wood, the woven pieces. It's nice to have another like material in your home to add some visual interest. And then also pedestals. I've seen a lot of people have very cool pedestals to display like sculptures and plants on. So yeah, there's a lot of ways to incorporate marble in your home that is not just like a countertop. Even accessories, like marble accessories are also really popular. But just remember, it's definitely not the white and gray veined marble. It is all the beautiful colored marble that's out there that we don't see as often. That is what's trending for 2022. So that's all the trends I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. Please, I would love to hear from you. What trends are you most excited about? What trends are you like, ew, I do not want that in my home. I hate that style. I hate that trend. No, thank you. I love your comments. I love your opinions. So please sound off below. I can't wait to read it. If you're interested in more decorating and thrifting content between my YouTube videos, definitely follow me on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next thrifting and decorating video. Take care.